Now, let me first off, y'all, start by saying this. I really like this coach for Tulane, Jon Sumerall. I think he deserves to be in the SEC. Humbly, y'all, I do. I think either Florida or even Auburn. Now, he is set to meet with Florida here, I guess, pretty soon, right? Obviously, it's the latest details there. As deservedly so. But, y'all, we got to get to a point where these coaches meeting after the season. There's too much on the line, especially with Tulane being ranked. You know what I'm saying? Number 24, we'll see. They should get the group of 5 spot coming out of that, obviously, American Conference. But it's like, I feel like the timelines aren't the best, right? We got to make it better, man. Because, like, this team is in push for a playoff position, and this team is in a push for trying to make an American championship. And we're talking about him meeting with Florida. Like, it's just not a good look for one, for the coaches, 2, for the school that he's currently at, and obviously 3, for the players who play under him. You know what I'm saying? How you going to be motivated as a player? Like, okay, I love my coach, but my coach is entertaining other possibilities. He's thinking about this. Now, at the end of the day, it's all a business, right? It's a business for the players. It's a business for the coaches. It's a business for the administration. But at the same time, like, that's going to be in the players at the back of their mind. So you in this plight right now of trying to get to where you want to be at, but then your coach is thinking about other options. It's going to make you consider, is he really bought in? Is he thinking about everything that we can accomplish this season? So to me, it's just not a good look, especially at where we at currently right now in the season with only about 2 weeks left, 2 to 3 weeks left of the regular season, really 2 weeks, and then championship weekend. It's really not a good look, man. But like I said, all is the best as Coach Jon Sumerall. He should be, you know what I'm saying, definitely in contention for a lot of these positions, for a lot of these jobs with some of these top programs. 100%, y'all. What he's done has been phenomenal. But at the same time, there needs to be a precedent where you can't have these conversations, meet with these schools, or even do any of this stuff until after the season is over, which is why I'm a proponent of moving back the transfer portal, moving back when coaches can talk to other teams that has head coaching vacancies. Move that stuff back into after the national championship. You may have to move back NFL and see if they're in cooperation with that, because at the same time, there are 2 leagues linked, the NCAA, college football, and obviously NFL football. They're linked and conjoined in some ways, right? I think for us to make our game better, you know what I'm saying, they have to move back to the transfer portal deadline. That's basically free agency. Move the free agency back more. Once the national championship happens, give it like a few days or give it a week after the national championship, then allow, obviously, the free agency portal window to obviously happen. Whatever, for that month or so, cool. That could be going on while during the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter, right? Let that happen after the last game of the national championship, okay? Once that is over, right, then you deal with the transfer portal, okay? And even if you want, y'all, you can make it to a point where you have National Signing Day before the transfer portal. Whatever you want to do then, however you want to flip-flop those. But the traditional window, remember, y'all, was in February. You know what I'm saying? The initial window was in February. So make it to where it's National Signing Days, obviously, it's in February still, but make that the sole signing day. And however you want to do it, whatever will make it easier, y'all. Either move the signing day first before the transfer portal, or the transfer portal before the signing day. Some people will say the signing day before the transfer portal. Whatever. However you want to flip-flop those to make it easier for the players and the coaches, do that, and then do the signing day, whatever you want to do with that. And then you move into where they can go for those head coaching positions. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody's like, oh, well, spring's coming up. There's still plenty of time. You know what roster you're getting. You know what recruits and prospects you're getting out of each of them. And then you start up, obviously, your practice. At that point, you're just doing weight room, right? February, your weight room, your training, that needs to be done, man. So this stuff doesn't happen during the regular season when we're in November and you're fighting for playoff spots. It's the dumbest thing to me. But all the best of luck. I went on a little bit of a tangent, but all best of luck to head coach of Tulane, Jon Sumerall. Deserves to be in position for these jobs, but shouldn't be interviewing for them right now. Just my humble opinion.